And hello, everyone. Welcome back to Frontline in the Trenches, FPL Prediction League. Frontline Prediction League is the actual name of it. I'm your co-host, Scott. Joining me, as always, is BeerMe. How are you, BeerMe?
I'm doing pretty good, Scott. I'm doing better than this weather outside. It's windy as all hell and it's cold. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good. It's cold. It's been cold in the mornings, actually. It's actually warmer than it was earlier. It's like minus 19, minus 18, actually, now. It was like minus 30, it felt like this morning. So, yeah, it's cold. It's cold. But I do have a 4-day weekend, so I'm very happy for that. And it's not for holidays. I just booked a weekend. So, yep. But no, things are good. We had a wrestling show, and then we're not going to have one for a couple weeks. Like, literally 2 weeks, because there's one next weekend. And then it's Mania season. So, FPL is very busy. FPL is going crazy. FPL, a Frontline League on Twitter. Frontline Prediction League is the YouTube channel, which is where you're watching this right here. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Go down there into our Discord. You can sign up. You can see the results like this. The upcoming matches as well. We're going to announce a few of those for... I think we both have some Revolution. I've got some Supercard, and you got some Stand and Deliver, if I remember correctly, Jeremy. Yep. So we got some of those. Not Mania, but it's the road to WrestleMania. And, yeah, lots of stuff coming up. Lots of fun stuff. We're excited. And, yeah, there's going to be a bit of a... basically a gap in March where there's no shows for the whole month. At Christmas time, we were able to take a break because vacation and stuff and not being around. But we're going to keep doing trenches. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we're going to keep doing it. So we'll see how that goes. So, but yeah, let's dive into this, BeerMe, because we got Elimination Chamber that happened this weekend in Montreal with an insane crowd. I watched that show starting around midnight, and I did watch the whole thing. So I was up to about 4 a.m. Saturday night, Sunday at that point, watching it, and it was awesome. Even though I knew the whole damn thing, it was a hell of a lot of fun. We do have our main event, the FPL Canadian Championship. Sebastian Escobar has lost the title. He lost it to Monkey Bong, who was our new champion. Only the 4th Canadian champion. I think that's still the title with the least number of reigns outside of the European, which just started. 4th reign, Monkey Bong won his first title. And...
yeah.
Crazy match. Had to do it the Canadian style. I wrote that one, of course, tapping into the Montreal stuff and the Canadian stuff. But Monkey Bong got the job done. He got it. And first thing Escobar said in the promo afterwards, not on the show, but in our character chat, which is in our Discord, was time to go for the big one. And I love that because that's like, it's the exact thing about Carmelo Hayes losing the North American. Now he wants the NXT, right? Like, it's this like, It's time. It's time. So... he did get attacked after the show, though, by Alpha Dog. Turns out Alpha Dog's been causing a lot of problems for Escobar, and things have already built to a head, and we already have a Mania match announced. We'll get there closer to April when we talk about that one, but Monkey Bong's the new champ. BeerMe. We both were like, Escobar's got to win it, but it's Monkey Bong. Monkey Bong is our Canadian champion. How do you feel about that?
I'm kind of excited. Hats off Monkey Bong for winning the title. Kind of want to see how far his reign will go. And hats off to Escobar. He had a great run, and he proved that he wasn't number 2 anymore. He was number 1. Yeah, at least in perspective of that title. He was the A champ, and we'll see if he can get the big one now.
Yeah, it's not the longest reign. I think there's one longer reign, if I remember correctly, but he had the most defenses. So, next defense for all championships is WrestleMania, except for the European. That will be the night before at Stand and Deliver. Blake might walk into Mania as the champ to get another belt. Like, we might literally have a 2-belt champ. So we'll see what happens there. Speaking of the world title, JD did retain. Josh Dionio did retain the FPL World Championship against Mr. Glee when it went to a no contest. So JD didn't win, but he didn't lose the belt. So, like, the curse kept going from us picking him and not picking him, but it's like, he's still champ. He's still champ. Like, it's there. I do know we've historically had it when someone no contests like that. We do look towards a soon-ish rematch. It is not being a triple threat at WrestleMania. I'll just say that right now. JD, he retained and now faces the next challenger. That's point blank what's happening there. But you know that Mr. Glee's in the conversation because he went neck and neck with him, like Ray Russell did with CT back recently. God, that was the summer. I say recently, but man, That was in the summer and the fall. So Mr. Lee came quite literally this close. He went neck and neck with the world champion. So you know he's got to be in that conversation going forward. But Mania's got to happen first. So we'll see what happens there. But JD will defend the world title at WrestleMania against James Black. An all SOD Symphony of Destruction main event for the world title. And, I mean, they're both champions going in. Could James Blake, could he lose that title the night before WrestleMania and then capture the world title or lose that match too? Like, could he lose title matches on back-to-back days? Never happened before in the history of the FPL. It could happen on March 31st, April 1st. How do you feel about JD retaining? Do you think Blake will take it, or is JD got it? I know it's a month out. It's over a month out, but just right now, do you still think Blake is going to go all the way? And I'm loading that question because we got one coming up.
If he would have won tonight, I would have said probably.
Yep. But well, let's get to that. I'll skip over my match. James Costner defeated James Blake in the King of the Ring semifinal, the round 2. Costner has moved on to the final, which is an amazing retribution kind of story after the antidote stuff. Like this is an awesome, organic, natural, slow comeback into this prominence position, dethroning Blake. Well, not dethroning him; he's still European champion, but Blake did not win. So, like the first quarter of Blake has a falter in it. He can't be the European champion, world champion, and King of the Ring, and Royal Rumble winner. He can't because he didn't win to advance to the final in King of the Ring. He didn't do it. It's like he doesn't get to have all 4, but 3's not bad. Do you think this roadblock will hamper Blake here, or is Costner going all the way? I mean, those are 2 different questions. Hold on. Let me try that again. Do you think this hampers Blake? Do you think he's going to still do it? You're iffy now because he lost, right? Like, there's a chink in the armor.
I am a little iffy. I am a little iffy on it, but as right now, I'll still pull the trigger.
Okay. What about Costner? Is he going all the way? Because I'll say right now, I scroll down, Bastion did not win. He lost by a point to Broken Nerd, who advanced in that triple threat with Bastion and Roman Pierce. So it's Costner versus Nerd. It was 3 points off of being Blake versus Bastion. Now, I know you guys talk picks, pull that curtain back, but it's not Bastion. Like, he didn't get it. Broken Nerd's in there.
No.
Is Broken Nerd going to beat Costner, or is Costner going to complete this comeback story going into Mania?
Nerd needs to do it. So I'm going to pick Broken Nerd.
Nerd had a 2-week world title run. I can see that definitely wanting to come back, right? So I think Costner's going to get all the way. And then, Mania will be the comeuppance. Like, you got to build someone up to tear him down, right? And it's all there, but you never know. Like, Broken Nerd could be a good comeback story too. Both these guys, former world champions. It really is the King of the Ring with these two. So I don't falter. And if it was Blake or Bastion or Roman, it would have been 2. Roman's score was a bit lower, but I really don't. I don't falter any of the outcome here. Basically, is what I'm saying. So let's scroll up. The Outsiders, that's me. Scott and the Midnight Rider beat Matt Ryan and Zab, is what I almost said. Matt, Zion, and Rab. Yeah, it was originally Perk Angle and Matt Elite. We had a no-show in that, so Matt and Rab moved in. A rematch from WrestleMania Backlash 2021. I have not beaten either of these guys in the FPL until that night, right there, on Saturday. I didn't realize that. But I got my win back against Matt. Took 2 freaking years. But there we go. And I beat Rab finally. I beat Rab like 3-0 back in the JRPL, but I couldn't beat these guys here. But I finally got it. I think I might be like, I think that I'm 0-2 against both of them in the FPL. Now I'm 1-2 against both of them. I had singles and a tag, so I'd had bad luck with these guys. But hey, go to Montreal, get the job done. Let's not talk about the stuff that happened afterwards, where Lee kind of walked off and it was not great. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Let's move on. What? What?
Nothing. I just nothing. I think I've seen something like this before. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, no. All right.
No. It's good. There's going to be a celebration at Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
It's the renewing the vows that we got put out, and Lee's going to be there. The Midnight Rider, my best friend. Nothing bad's going to happen. It literally we got hung by the strays last year at our wedding, like anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Have there been wedding anniversaries like renewing the vows? I guess Triple H and Stephanie did it, and that ended well.
Yeah.
Oh. Crap. Okay, maybe there's okay. Well, I gotta work on that. Moving on. CJ Hawk did defeat Smooth Rock and Jonathan CT Martin 25-21 to 20. We have Montreal Street Fight hardcore match. Red, my girl, defeating Luke Gray 21 to 13, and that's like some long-term kind of stuff coming to a head. Like Red and Luke have like battered here and there, like just in passing, but this was very definitive on this one, the Montreal Street Fight. But Hawk beating Smooth Rock and CT, that's like the other sides of the King of the Ring. So Hawk getting that win, that's huge. That's a big win to be like runner-up to the runner-up of the King of the Ring. You know what I mean? It was from the loser bracket, if you want to call it that. I mean, it is, but CT, let's say it. He slid. I said the words. We had a Watson Rules Canadian Showcase match. All Canadians here. Alex Kiyama and Cam Popplestone defeating the Strays. Michael Marsh and Supreme Rock. It was close, 26 to 23. Close match there. All kind of fan favorites in Canada. That's how we operate, so I wrote it that way. Relantando defeating Rick Gillen, 23 to 20. And we opened the main show with the FPL American Championship. And would you believe it, BeerMe? I think your prediction came true where Ash retained in this. We both were thinking it could be. I think we're thinking like Sheriff Dog and Modstep both had that chance, but Ash shut them all down.
He's cemented his legacy. He's now the A-champ.
That was it. So he is among, I mean, I say among the best. I think there's been like 4 or 5 American champions. Now that there's not that many, but
him and like McKennedy.
Yeah, McKennedy had the first run. Like he had it for a long time, and he set that standard. I think this is like supplanting that now. Like it's, or at least it's starting to.
Let me check.
I said that like with this win, he would cement it, and I think like at least he's in the conversation. Like he is one of, if not the best, of the American champions. I think.
Okay, so
personally, based on my horrible remembering of things, remember CT's on a slide, and he won 3 in a row. Like keep that in mind, guys, when I say this stuff.
He's on an upward slide.
Yeah, not right now though. He lost. I saw it.
No. So McKennedy was 294 days with 5 defenses.
Yep.
Ash is at 106 days, and he's had 4+ defenses.
Now, a couple of those McKennedy ones were no contest, remember. He did retain, but he didn't win.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
So he's almost caught McKennedy in defenses in almost a third of the time. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
The titles are much more active now with the addition of the AEW being main shows, and just the way like NXT is more prevalent again. Like there's more main shows, so we have more shows, so there's more defenses. So there's more defenses in a shorter time. I like it. It's just, it does kind of color things a bit different. Like, not to be like, Bruno Sammartino had it for 8 years and defended it maybe 100 times a year versus champions like John Cena who would wrestle every freaking night. Like, I know there's a difference in that, but it almost feels in a certain way. It's like, it was a different time back then during the pandemic. Not that the pandemic's over, but you know what I mean. But yeah, Ash retained. So Ash is going to Mania. We'll talk about those matches here shortly. Speaking of JJ Rocky and Pain, Symphony of Destruction did defeat Annex Asylum, Captain Krulix, Blackwell, and Static on the pre-show. Lexi Briggs beat Dion Blade. That's interesting, coming off of their tag match outcomes. Ray Russell beating Kier 1, also very good for Ray. Jason Blades beat Hiroshin Moses, good for Jace. He's trying to get that stability.
That's match of the night.
It was match of
the night.
Jace has been pushing for this. I don't mean like he's been like, but he's been like looking for that stability for a long, long time, and this helps. This helps getting that. Chappers beat Chef Urban, huge win over a former world champion. BeerMe, you beat Danny Jordison.
Did.
Yeah, good.
It was a good match. No, I did. No, I said I did.
Oh, okay. You're like, good. Damn right. Yeah.
But no, I did. It was a good match. Yep. It was a good match. Me and him were talking during it. So
nice. That's cool. GMSG beat Kurt Cult. That was some personal peel back the curtain a bit there. That's some pain there. CM Carlito beat 3J Platinum 22-9. I think that 9's the lowest score we had. El Cid beat Dahlia, and Double J Justin Jordan beat the Arbiter. That's actually an easier name to say than I thought it would be. Double J Justin Jordan. It's actually an easy one. Halcyon defeated Whoa. Jack Frost beat Papa Snooch, and J-Mac beat Jut Jut, and Memories. I'm saying it right now.
Memories. Yep.
Now we got achievements. We got Double J making his debut. We got Modstep, Tino, Wookie, and Sheriff Dog, and Mark Harper making their chamber debuts. Ironically, Ash had been in one before because he's the only one who didn't get that achievement. So, the guy who was in one before won. I like that. That's awesome storytelling. We didn't write it like that, but he won it. Justin Jordan won his debut. Let's be honest, not a lot of people have actually won their debut. Half of the original roster didn't win their debut technically, and then people come in, they don't win their first one. I don't think Memories did. I know a few others didn't, but Double J won his. Lexi won her 25th. Monkey Bong, Atlas, and Cam won a Watson Rules. Lee won his 5th tag match. Monkey Bong won a title, and it was the Canadian. I gotta say it, you're my favorite number 2. The joke we made before Escobar was number 2 in the Rumble. It's the best happy accident we could have ever had. And now this man, now this man's on his way toward the world title. It's fantastic. But yeah, the overall stuff, please go read these. I'm not going to go through them all, obviously, because we want you to read them. So I'm not going to give away everything here about what happened beyond what I talked about already. Please go into our Discord, find the link down below, go into the match results. You can read them here. You can see all the stuff we have built up. There are match stuffs. There is the cool promo I did at the start with Escobar taking it from there with a badass promo to start the show. The main stuff happening here, there's a challenge that's made by CT towards 3 people. Lots of stuff in there. Lots of stuff. Please go read it, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. Urban Storm the Ring, stuff going on there. We got Shades of Smiles. We're trying to make it more like, a Raw, where there's stuff happening at all times to make it natural in the show. And I know it's weird to say, we want it to sound like Raw, but it's not just the matches. We want segments in there, too. So that's part of what we're going with that. So it's a fun way to build things where you're reading the results and you see Chef Urban storm the ring, right? Or here's the new bracket, or stuff like that. So backstage with Costner as well. Stuff's going down, and there's lots of revenge, and it's super fun. And I'm really happy about it. And please, please, please go read that stuff. And especially the aftermath with Alpha Dog busting out, basically beating Escobar like he's a wheel for the best inside joke we can pull.
Oh man, I wish their match would be determined by a wheel or something.
Spin the wheel? Yeah.
Just have all those. Yeah, you just have spin the wheel, make the deal.
No,
dude. That would be great.
The overall best part of all this now is that Alpha Dog is going to be number 30 in next year's Rumble. It's something that's going to happen, right? That's what it's going to take. It's the stars are aligning. It's been years, but I believe in Joe Hendry and the stars, so we'll see where that goes.
It's true.
Now, next up is Revolution. Let me bring that graphic up here. Boom, here we go. Got our graphic there, made by CT as always for these. We do have the King of the Ring final. That is our main event. It is a main show, yes, but it's like Road to WrestleMania, so this is the main deal here. It is James Costner versus Broken Nerd in the final. BeerMe, we'll talk about who you think is going to win next week. Kind of want to talk about this now, but we'll really break it down next week. We're just going to kind of go through the matches here because we got a whole lot of question marks. We got to announce matches. We only got the one match announced. Let's go with this, and let's also remind everybody that show's on Sunday, March 5th. Sunday, not Saturday. Sunday. So we'll have the picks page probably up after Rampage because we got time. So keep that in mind. Sunday. So, BeerMe, I have 3 matches to announce, as do you, I believe.
Yes. For Revolution, I do.
For Revolution, yeah. I still call it Rebellion every now and then. I call it Rebellion or Revolution. It's horrible in our booking calls. It's very confusing. Because one's March 5th, the other one's 'April 18th. I will announce a match. It is... Well, it's following up on that 3-on-1 thing. Jonathan C.T. Martin will face all of FBU. That's you, the Jimis G, and Bastion, in a 3-on-1 handicap match.
I mean, he wanted it.
Yep.
He asked for it.
Yep.
Careful what you wish for, because you just might.
Now, the rules for a handicap match is one person has what their score is, and 3 people will have what their score is. It's a handicap match. Yep.
Bury him softly.
Oh God, we'll see how that goes. You never know.
Right.
These guys might screw.
You never know.
FEU might screw up so bad, and CT wins. He's the perfect card, and he's got it.
It's possible.
But let's be realistic here. That's what I got to announce. I got your match. Have fun with that. What do you got?
I got oh shit! I just had it. Okay, I have Hiroshi Moses. We'll be taking on Sheriff Dog.
Ooh, I don't think we've seen that yet, have we? That's an interesting one. That's like kind of veterans now that haven't crossed paths yet. I like that a lot. I don't know who to pick on that one.
I don't either because Hero scores really well, and so does Sheriff Dog.
Gut feeling.
I'm gonna pick Sheriff Dog.
I was going gut feeling with AEW. I'm
Yeah.
thinking it's probably Sheriff Dog. We'll talk more like detail next time, like who we really think. But just gut feeling, like who do you think? Because I forget the matches when we talk about them. I don't know if what CT was doing. He gave me my own match to announce. He didn't give it to you. I got me, Scott, versus Payne in a Watson Rules match. I got Payne in a Watson Rules match on an AEW show. I think I beat Payne last time I faced him. That was FPL, like way back when I was the ultra violent champion. He was the top block. Like we tagged, but I think we had a 1-on-1 also.
You guys beat the creatures somehow.
We did. We beat the tag champs. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We didn't get along. It was a fun ass match. It was great. And I was my favorite part of that, which is why I want more like Clash of Champions type stuff with this, is the characters were simply matched up because they had the belts. Like, Bomber had historically done, like, it was like the World Champ versus the Ultra Violent, or the World Champ versus the Top Block, or the Top whatever. So we pitched this new one of the Tag Champs versus the two, like, mid-tier, the Ultra Violent and the Top Block. And he didn't like it. He's like, why would you do that? Why don't we just do these instead? It's like, well, because we haven't done it yet, and it sounds fun. Like, it sounds fun. Like, Scott and Payne, two heels that hate each other, have to team up? Yeah, it sounds great. That's amazing. Against the tag champs? Oh, can they coexist? No, but they still won. So I look forward to those. We do like doing those matches. We do try to have them where it's simply a matter of fun. But Survivor Series doesn't do it. We don't have Clash of Champions. Like, we find our ways. House shows is normally when that kind of stuff happens. We do like those. So that's a long way for me to say I think I'm going to win. I'm confident. Like, I'm hitting that point. I got over the Rumble hump where I got to win, and I'm on a good run. This, like, I have my bad end of, like, fall, winter, and then I do good towards Mania. So I'm confident. I'm actually confident on this. So I'm gonna win. Do you think do you think I'm gonna beat Payne? Do you think so? It's AEW.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be really close.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I'm going to pick you just because you've been on a roll. You've been on a little bit of a
Okay.
roll as well.
That's a reason. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, Payne's tough.
Payne's tough.
Very
I am worried about it. Like, I'm not taking it lightly, but I'm like, I got this. This. I do decently on Revolution. I'm looking at Revolution on my screen. On AEW, I do pretty good. Not that I'm really confident of this card so far. It looks kind of like, I don't know, but we'll see. But what have you got to announce here, BeerMe?
I have. Okay, I gotta go. I have Monkey Bong,
Our new Canadian champion. He renamed it the Africa
taking
Championship, by the way, in our
did.
character chat. And I was like, what? He has respect, but
And
he's, I created the Canadian Championship because I was like, so fair play.
And he will be taking on a former world champion, Chef Urban.
Ooh, okay. I'll go with Monkey Bong, just on the momentum basis. But man,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Like
tough.
I think
Yeah.
Urban could easily have this. Oh, that's a good match. I like that. I say that like I didn't help book them. I did, but I forget them very soon after, and which is weird because it's so like we're booking like multiple shows at once. I forget when and where they are. It blends together. So, well, I'll finish off mine then. I got Red, my girl, facing JJ Rocky in a hardcore match.
Oh man,
I'm picking red. AEW. She got this, but I mean it's JJ. Here we go.
This has to be the one time I gotta go with the Golden Boy. I'm gonna go JJ.
The trench line warfighter.
He's got to have momentum going into May.
Yep. Okay. And do you have any more Revolution? You got one more, right?
I do have one more. This is a really good one. Let me find it.
Okay. One might say they're all good. But like, I mean that by like, oh, this is exciting. This would be a cool match. Yeah.
Yeah, that last one was really good. Actually, the first one I announced is really good. This one's really, really good. I have Ash, our American champion. Yep. He will be taking on our Grand Prix European champion and number one contender to the world title, James Blake.
Ooh.
Non-title, I'm going to go James Blake.
I agree, but he did just lose.
I can't believe I said that.
The momentum isn't there, but he gets it back. He gets momentum back. Okay, but it's Ash. Is he going to lose? Oh, that match is great. I see what you mean. Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good.
I'll be weird. No contest.
Oh, wow.
I'll be weird.
All right.
I'll be weird. If I was storyline booking it,
no contest.
We got to run this back at some point. No, honestly, like I can see the other guy winning that. I do kind of agree. I lean towards Blake just because he needs the momentum back, and there's not much time. Like this is the last show before Mania weekend, so yeah, Blake needs to win more. I think is the way to put this than Ash does. I think that's the good way to put it. So yeah, I like that. Okay, well, next up, we actually got a bit more, BeerMe. Boom, here we go. Supercard of Honor. I have a match to announce, and it involves our FPL European Grand Prix champion, James Blake. This is his title defense. I should scroll down on my screen here because I have a logo there, but I got to scroll down here. There we go. James Blake, we did know he will be defending, and it will be against Danny the Light Jordison, who you just faced.
Oh, man.
He could be the one to spoil WrestleMania for SOD.
God.
If he takes that title off of Blake. 24 hours as I try to unhook my headset from my chair. 24 hours away from WrestleMania itself. James Blake could lose that title to Danny the Light Jordison and walk in without a belt, and then JD shuts him down and he has no belt at all. Like it could all be unraveling before our eyes, or Blake has the quarter of Blake. That's a weird phrase. It's not a, don't market that, but the quarter of Blake could happen. I'm sticking with it. Do you think? Okay, so now you saw Blake lost in the King of the Ring to Costner. He needs that win against the American champion Ash, and then he defends his title against Jordison at Supercard. And then there's Stand and Deliver, and then there's also, JD for the world title at Mania. Do you see him faltering in this title defense in the middle of all that? Can Danny do it?
I kind of want to pick Danny because I like to root for Danny. You know what? We're live. Fuck it. I'm going to pick Danny. I'm going to pick Danny to do it. Danny's going to do it.
Okay. Danny's going to do it. That's the marketing for your side of it. Danny's going to do it. There you go. We'll see what happens and how much that changes before March 31st happens. Because you might change your mind by that point. You never know. We'll see what he does to Ash on the way there. But that's all the Supercard announcements we have. However, Stand and Deliver, BeerMe, you've got an announcement for that one, I do believe.
I do.
We have no matches announced for that. We did have. I scrolled past it. We do have a hardcore match. James Costner is facing Tino at Supercard in a hardcore match. Let's keep that in mind as well. That has been announced. But Stand and Deliver, nothing has been announced as of yet. So, what is the first official match that you're going to announce here?
Sorry. I'm just sorry. Okay, I have. Oh wow! Apparently, I only have one match. I thought it was two, but it's just it's a long one.
Okay.
I have Symphony of Destruction, Josh Dionio and James Blake, or two champions that will be
In
going at
24 hours later,
WrestleMania.
for
We'll be taking on.
let's
We'll be taking on the.
let's focus on that first here. The world champion is defending against his tag partner, the European champion, who might have lost his belt like 12 hours prior. Or he kept it. Those guys who were going to face each other for world title later that night are teaming up against, who is it?
Shades and Smiles.
The tag team champions. What did I say about champions facing off? I forgot about that.
Right.
CJ Hawk and Lexi Briggs, the FPL Continental Tag Team Champions, will be going up against FPL World Champion Josh Dionio and potentially still FPL European Grand Prix Champion James Blake. He might have lost it the night before. That's an early morning wake-up call to go do that and then have a match against each other that night. Like, this could upend things, and, I mean, I'm sure you'd like the outcome for Shades and Smiles to get banged up during this match, wouldn't you? Challengers at
Right.
Mania.
Hey.
You
just never know. You never know what's going to happen. Who are you going to pick?
Symphony. I love the idea of Symphony winning because that's like, now what?
and then you get the stare. Then you get the stare off at the end where they
and especially
made the best bet away.
And especially it's like, oh, where'd your belt go? I still have mine. Like, I know they're friends, but it's the main event of WrestleMania for the World Championship. Come on.
It's kind of why I wanted Blake to win that match at Chamber, and then they could have really been something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then you could have had Nerd come out, and it would have been like, oh, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Give me. I'm gonna take Shades and Smiles. Actually,
You think so?
I think that they're the tag team champs for a reason. They beat the MBPA, something that we couldn't do. So usually, I don't know if Blake and JD have teamed before. I will probably hear that they have or haven't.
Yep.
But
I mean, yes, you'll hear about it. I don't know either. I think they have.
I don't know either. I think they have too.
Yeah, at least once.
But
Yeah.
I will pick. Yeah. I will pick. Tag team champions. I will pick our opponents.
I am picking Symphony based on like what I like about it, but honestly, the world champion normally loses these until it was James Costner. Costner turned that corner and kept winning these matches. So JD, honestly, he could probably win that. It makes sense to me if he wins this, but I don't know. The tag champs though, they're the team. But I just joked about it, remember the two singles champs beat the tag champs back in the JRPL. That happened. I was part of it, so. Yeah, that could be a thing. So, no, I'm excited for that. I like all of that. That's a hell of a lot of fun. So, that's it. That's Trenches this week, guys. There's obviously, like I said, no wrestling show this weekend, which is weird because we just went from nothing to something, and we're waiting until next weekend. So, I'll say it again. Sunday of next week is the actual pay-per-view. Keep an eye out for that. We'll have an episode next week going down the full Revolution card, how the picks are working and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And then, the Build to Mania keeps rolling on, and we're going to keep rolling out matches as we go. Keep an eye out in our character check. Keep an eye on our Twitter, Frontline League. Red maintains that one, and everything is posted there. There is a challenge that's being put out. I'll just say that. It'll be there by the time... You'll know it by the time you see this. Stuff like that is happening as well. So lots of stuff going on, lots of fun stuff. Please, please, please check it all out. Go look at our profiles. Go look at our championship history. Go look at the page. I'm on the screen. You can see this exact page right here with the upcoming matches. And you can see the results and check it all out. And see our live event stuff and talk about Impact, how there's like crazy matches with Gresham and Kushida going on right now in our live event chat. And just general chat where somebody posted a picture of that watermelon with a pizza made on top of it. Horrific things. And it happens. So... lots of fun stuff. A bit for everyone. It's a lot of fun. BeerMe, I'll leave it there. Anything else you want to say?
No, thank you everybody for listening and reading the write-ups. And we're off to Mania season. We're almost there. So good luck to everybody, and we'll see you all next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, and everybody. Have a good night.